Hello, fellow seeker. Welcome to the Wordscaper, your quiet corner for gentle reflections, a sanctuary where we can pause and truly listen. Today, we step into a delicate paradox, a curious emotional landscape that many of us encounter on the path to deeper well-being. We'll explore why the pursuit of inner peace, that profound state of tranquility we so deeply crave, can sometimes, at its very beginning, feel surprisingly like loneliness. You know that feeling, don't you? That desperate yearning for quiet, for calm, for a break from the relentless noise of life. You've probably prayed for it, wished for it, maybe even fought for it. You imagined inner peace as this blissful state of Zen, right? All sunshine and rainbows, a lightness you've always craved, a constant state of blissful meditation. But then, you finally get it. The chaos subsides, the drama fades, the constant stream of demands dwindles, and instead of the pure joy you anticipated, a strange, unsettling feeling washes over you, an emptiness, a quiet sadness. It almost feels lonely. You thought it would feel like joy, like lightness, but instead, it was silent, still, quiet in a way that almost scared you. And you're left wondering, did I ask for the wrong thing? Or is this truly how peace is supposed to feel? Today we're going to talk about that unexpected twist in the journey to inner peace. We're going to explore why, for many of us, the initial taste of tranquility can feel less like liberation and more like isolation. And most importantly, we're going to validate that feeling, because what you're experiencing is not a sign of failure, but a crucial and often uncomfortable step in your emotional detox. It's a sign you're doing the deep, necessary work. Let's talk about it. We spend most of our lives in noise. Think about your life before this newfound quiet. It was probably loud, wasn't it? Not just externally with city traffic, office chatter, or endless social notifications, but profoundly, intensely, with emotional noise, mental clutter, the constant friction of survival. We're constantly reacting to people, to expectations, to blaring alarms, to nagging fears. We're pulled in 100 directions, always busy, always doing. Even pain becomes familiar. Even chaos can start to feel like home. Consider how we've been conditioned. From a young age, we're taught that busy is good, that constantly achieving and interacting means we're valuable. Silence can feel unproductive, even lazy. So when that noise stops, when life finally gives you a pause, when you take that courageous step toward peace, it doesn't always feel like bliss. It feels like absence, like something's deeply missing, like you've perhaps lost a part of yourself. You might find yourself asking, who am I without all that external noise? What do I do now? That's why peace can initially feel like emptiness. It's the absence of the familiar, even if that familiar was chaotic, stressful, or toxic. It's the sensation of standing on newly cleared ground, but not yet knowing what to build there. Here's a profound learning from the Bhagavad Gita. It teaches us that true freedom comes not from controlling external outcomes, but from detaching ourselves from the fruits of our actions. When we constantly seek external results for our happiness, we bind ourselves to endless striving. When the external world quietens and we're no longer chasing those fruits, we can feel a void. This isn't emptiness. It's the space created when old attachments loosen their grip. Now, let's talk about the real, profound work happening here. Emotional detox. Imagine your mind as a cluttered room, or perhaps a packed attic that you've just inherited. For years, you've been throwing things in, sweeping stuff under the rug, piling new experiences on top of old, unprocessed emotions. You've convinced yourself you'll deal with it later, or that it's just part of life. But what you're actually feeling now is the detox. Not the reward yet. It's the silence before the song. Peace doesn't arrive with fireworks or a grand fanfare. It comes quietly, almost awkwardly. It comes when the body stops bracing, when the mind stops running its endless loops, when the heart finally stops defending itself. And in that newfound quiet, your senses, once overstimulated by constant input, start searching. They whisper, "Wait, where is everyone? Where's the drama, the rush, the noise?" You feel alone. Because for the very first time, you're not being pulled in 100 directions. There's nothing loud to cling to, no external stimulus to distract you from your own internal landscape. And that, strangely enough, can feel like something is wrong. But it's not wrong. It's just different and unfamiliar. Loneliness isn't always about people. It's often about the sudden, jarring lack of stimulation. And when you remove that constant stimulation, be it external or emotional, you finally meet yourself, sometimes for the first time in years. And that meeting, that reintroduction, can feel incredibly uncomfortable because you've been a stranger to your own soul. Without chaos, you have no shield, no distracting story to hide behind, no excuse to avoid the pain beneath. So the path to inner peace is a bit like stepping into a mirror-like lake. The surface looks perfectly calm and inviting, but as you settle in, you suddenly see your reflection, crystal clear, and it shows you everything you've been carrying. Peace demands that we release. Sometimes it pulls old memories, long buried, to the surface. You might cry for things you thought you'd already let go of. You might grieve people who were gone long ago. You might pain in places that had gone numb for years. And all of it happens in silence. Because peace is not the absence of pain. It's the absence of distraction. Don't be surprised if you suddenly feel intensely sad or lost. That's not a regression. That's your nervous system unwinding, finally feeling safe enough to drop its guard. That's your heart, once frozen, gently unfreezing. That's your body whispering, "It's safe now." This feeling is a testament to your courage. It's a sign that you are truly embarking on a journey of self-discovery and deep healing, and that is something to be proud of. This isn't a setback, it's a breakthrough. It means you're creating the essential space for authentic connection, not just with others, but with your own true self. You're making room for genuine joy, for creative inspiration, and for a peace that is built on solid ground, not on avoidance or distraction. Embrace this phase. Allow yourself to feel what surfaces without judgment. Let it come. Let it pass. Don't run from it. Give it time. Just a little. This temporary quiet sadness is the fertile ground from which true and lasting peace will blossom. It's the rain that nourishes the earth before new growth emerges. Acknowledge the old pains, thank them for the lessons they taught you, and then gently release them. You don't have to dwell on them, but you can give them a moment of recognition. This is the path to a peace that isn't dependent on external circumstances, external validation, or constant stimulation, but one that radiates from within you, unshakable and true. It's a peace that isn't empty, but full of the wisdom of your own unique journey, enriched by everything you've navigated. This inner calm becomes your new anchor. As per the Bhagavad Gita, for the one who has conquered their mind, the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, the mind remains the greatest enemy. This initial quiet, this feeling of loneliness, is your opportunity to truly engage with your mind, to understand its patterns, and to begin turning it from a source of internal conflict into a powerful ally on your journey to peace. It's in this stillness that you truly begin the process of self-mastery. After the silence, after the tears and the doubt, something beautiful begins to emerge. Not perfection, not euphoria, but clarity. Soft, kind, ordinary clarity. You begin to notice the warmth of the morning light on your skin, the way tea smells when you're not rushing to sip it, the quiet hum of your own breath, the way stillness starts to feel like safety, not a threat. And slowly, subtly, you stop waiting for the noise to return. You begin to choose the quiet, not out of fear or resignation, but because you finally feel whole in it. So if you're feeling lonely after choosing peace, you're not going backward. You're not broken. You're not lost. You're just finally alone with yourself. And that's exactly where you were always meant to begin. Let this loneliness be a teacher. Let it walk beside you. Let it gently tell you what you've been avoiding, what needs your quiet attention. Because eventually, it will transform. And what once felt like empty silence will start to feel like divine space. If this message found you in a quiet moment, let it stay with you. If it made you exhale a little deeper, hold that breath for just a second longer. And if today feels empty, just know, you're not alone. You're just healing. Thank you for joining me on this reflection here at the Wordscaper. May your journey inward be filled with gentle discovery, profound peace, and the radiant presence of your own beautiful soul. Until our next quiet conversation, keep listening, keep deepening, and keep shining from within.